Bienvenidos a Barcelona in Spain. Right now we are at the Boqueria market. It's about to close. I had a quick round of gambas al ajillos, which is prawns with garlic sauce. They were pretty good. And now I want to walk around and show you beautiful Las Ramblas and the Gothic quarter here in Barcelona, which is the main touristic hub of the city. Well, let me show you a little bit of what is left open here at Boqueria Food Market. Welcome everyone, nice to see you here. So the Boqueria Food Market is located right in the middle of Las Ramblas, which is the main walkway in Barcelona. Some of the fish vendors are still open, which is great. Well, they're not open, but they're closing right now. So welcome everyone. Oh, look at that. Smells good. Wow. It says don't touch. Hey, nice to see everyone here. Let me know where you're watching from. I had to mute for a little bit. Someone was playing Eminem. So welcome Bob, welcome Edward. Don't fall for the scam artist on Las Ramblas. Oh, I know, Edward, of course. So before we walk around and you're wondering, hey, why didn't you come here earlier and did a food tour? This is really touristy. I think this is a bit more of a tourist trap. I usually don't mention too many tourist traps because I rarely see them in many big European cities because if you're in a big, heavily crowded area like this, quality sometimes is good. Here, I don't get that vibe. And the prices are very high. So I didn't really feel like doing a food tour. I had some prawns with garlic and they were okay. But I was charged 4 times the price than I would be charged elsewhere in Barcelona. So that's why I'm not here during peak food hours. I was hoping something along the lines of San Miguel Market in Madrid. So this is one thing that... Oh, perdón. This is one thing that Madrid really has one up on Barcelona. The San Miguel Market really had a great selection of tapas. But here you have a lot of these burritos and empanadas things, they don't seem too interesting to me. But I think it's still worth visiting to check it out, especially since you're already going to visit the center Gothic area. Gina says, ooh, you're in Barcelona. I am indeed in Barcelona. I am. Hello, Sebastian. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Hello, Mika. Hello, Mayan. Watching from the Philippines. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está acá?
Hi, sir. You want something mixed?
Hey, someone left a super chat. Roxanne, leaving a super chat tonight. Thank you so much, Roxanne. I appreciate you. Let me show you this area. But let me know, what do you eat here? I want to know your thoughts. As we heard, people were kind of hawking you, meaning that they say, hey, come eat here. It happens when I came here just about 40 minutes ago. A lot more people are like, hey, come here, try this, try that, try this. You try to look at the menu, it's like, what do you want? Sit down, sit down. So let me know if you enjoy that type of pressure. I don't. So I came over here already like, I don't want to be here for food. But let me show you just a little bit more around, and then we're gonna get to the real beautiful part, the Gothic Quarter. Kay says I had to come out there for a short while, so packed it was uncomfortable. Yeah, I can imagine in the summer it's unbearable here. Yeah, because of the crowds. It is a very crowded city. It's one of the most visited cities in the world, but I kind of knew that, but I didn't realize how popular Barcelona really was. Hey, Out and About says 8:02 in Barcelona. Good evening. Yeah. Kelly says I remember going with my uncle when I was 8 and seeing the sheep's head. The image has stuck with me for 28 years. Oh my god. Carol says I hate being hassled. Yeah, me too. Me too. But this is why sometimes it's good coming to these tourist traps, is you find gems like these. Look at that beautiful old sign. This is a really old market. Kim says I hate that so much. Yeah, what makes it a little bit more of a bummer is that most people here running the shops are not Catalan. They're from other parts of the world. So you come here for like an authentic Catalan experience, you're not gonna get it. But some of these little older classic shops still remain. Like Serrano over here. Look at that sign. It's hard to see. Oh, there we go. Now it's much better. Look at that beautiful glasswork. Wow. Beautiful stained glass. Susie says, reminds me a little bit of Essex Market. I like Essex Market. I find the food there to be pretty good quality. And they don't overcharge. They charge New York prices, but pretty much in line with most places you would visit. But yes, it has a similar aesthetic to Essex Market, or what used to be Essex Market in New York City. No longer is Essex Market really that. First, nice to see you in Barcelona. I'm happy to be in Barcelona. Kim says, I guess it's work, but I hate being pressured. Yes, me too. Okay, I came to the market. I knew people were gonna ask me to show you the market. There we go, I showed the market. But now let's go to the Gothic Quarter. Kim says, look at those empanadas. Spanish empanadas, they don't strike me as Spanish empanadas. I'm not sure if the Spaniards really eat empanadas. Now, one thing I would eat is jamón ibérico, but there are better ham shops throughout the city that I would go to, where you won't spend an arm and a leg for some of the best ham in the world. All right, here we go. We are venturing to Las Ramblas, the Rambles in English. And this is the main thoroughfare that stretches through the Gothic Quarter. Gothic Quarter is going to be this direction, which we're going to venture into. Now this typically during the day is hectic and full. So it is a crazy atmosphere. I want to come at night because I think the Gothic Quarter really would shine at night. And there is metro. The metro is very useful. This is the... Linda says Spain created empanadas. Oh, they did. Okay. This is Lesu. And this is Dirección Zona Universitaria. L3 line. The metro is very useful here. It's a bit more expensive. For a 4-day pass, I'm spending €44, which is More expensive in New York. I'm kind of stunned. In New York, I spent $33 for a week pass. But it is very handy. You get to places way quicker. Taking taxis would generally take you around the same time it takes to take the metro. But of course, if you need accessibility, the taxis are easy to catch, and there's so many of them, and they are accessible. The Bull says Spain is known for good ham. Spain is indeed known for good ham. Yes, it is. I love the old signs here. Linda says, I'm sharing you. Hey, Linda, thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing this video. Kim says, you were standing in front of them. The sweet little pastries I saw. Yeah, Kim, I unfortunately was not feeling the food in there. I have prawns. Let me show you the video of the prawns I had. But I wasn't feeling it due to the expense. People haggling for me to stop and eat. And it just, the quality didn't seem good. I had a paella, which I also took a photo of, and it was cold. It was cold. I decided to throw it away, not take the risk. So the sound might be muffled, but I'll play you the prawns that I had. So first, this is the paella. Oh, here we have paella. Wow, looks so good. Cold rice or cold chicken. And then this is one of the iconic dishes of Barcelona, Ramblas al ajillos, which is prawns with garlic, and they look so good. They're huge also. Oh my god. I was expecting little tiny shrimp because that's how Spanish restaurants in the US usually serve them. And I'm one of the bars in La Boqueria market right by Las Ramblas, and there is a lobster right in front of me that has moved various times, and I'm drinking some sangria. I'm so excited to try this out. Alright, I'm not too well versed in trying prawns, so I have no idea how to really rate these guys. I'm used to eating shrimp. Okay, the rest of the video didn't go too well because I'm not too experienced with eating prawns, so I had no idea how to break them up. It was a mess. It was a mess. They tasted good, but it was a mess. Jean says use your hands. I did, but it was a mess. Christine says we went on a hop on hop off bus here. Oh, I'm so glad you did. Yeah, I think does it pass through Las Ramblas? Susie says it was prawns, P-R-A-W-N-S. There's a museum up one of the side streets that has houses of Roman ruins. Ah, that's fascinating. I'm curious to see that. Joka says, please, Las Ramblas is known for petty theft. It is indeed. It is indeed. So, while we're here, yes, it is indeed. I have not seen anything in person, but I heard that these guys are some of the best in the world, the Pickpockets. So what I do is I don't have my wallet in my pocket. I have it in my bag. So I have a bag right over here. I have the bag, the side bag, right in front of me. And it's buried deep into my bag. So even if they were open my bag, they couldn't easily get my wallet because it's in an internal zipper within the bag. And then I have the bag faced inward towards me. So the opening flap is facing me. So it'll be really hard to reach in, grab the wallet. For cash, I have some cash in my pocket so I can quickly access some cash to buy something without reaching into my wallet. And then as for the phone, I usually have a jacket with a zipper. This particular jacket does not have a zipper, so I usually always have my phone in my front pocket or stuff it also in my bag. Now, of course, you have to have your bag on you in that case. You can't let it out of your sight. And then put your bag in front of you, not behind you. But I don't think pickpockets will go as far as trying to cut your bag and snatch it. I think that would be a little bit too risky for them. Every crime is a crime of opportunity. So if it's easy for the pickpocket, they'll do it. If it's not easy, they probably won't do it. I hope the pickpockets are not watching this live stream. If they are, they know all the secrets now. All the secrets. Rafael says, did you say hardware wallets? No, I have a wallet inside my bag in an internal zipper. And I have the bag facing inward towards me, so it's really hard to open it and reach for the wallet inside. Daniel says, Ariel, show us some yummy food and desserts. I gotta find some. If anyone has any recommendations, do let me know. As I mentioned, I was a bit disappointed by the market, but I'm excited to try more food. Beautiful theater, look at that. Maria, nice to see you here. Welcome. Nebul, buenos días, buenas noches, Nebul. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know about the museum. I appreciate that. Christine, nice to see you here. Joka, welcome. Susan, tuning in from Michigan. Thank you so much. Cruzy says they would kill for money. Be careful. I don't think that might be the case here in Barcelona. Of course, anything can happen anywhere in the world. It's just the nature of life, unfortunately. But I don't think people rob with that intensity here in Barcelona, as far as I know. But look at the amazing trees right over here. Wow. And then the scammers are really not out in force at night, which is nice. But it's also off season in terms of tourism. So I assume if you come here on a summer night, it'll probably be a different story. Hey, Joka says, do you feel any soccer vibes? Yes, I do. I've seen many families and teenagers and just people overall with their football jerseys. And they seem to be coming from different parts of Europe. So there seems to be soccer tourism here, where people come over to see the stadium, to go to the soccer shops. Rafael says that unfortunately would be the case in Brazil. Yeah, it's the case, of course, in other parts of the world. ¿A qué huele Barcelona? Pregunta Manny. How does Barcelona smell? O sea, huele como la playa. Huele salado. En la distancia está la playa. Yo creo que eso porque esa humedad da ese olor único. So to me it smells like the beach. It has this kind of salty smell in the air. That's how I could best describe Barcelona's smell. I love these trees, and especially how they are lit up at night. It's just stunning. So Nightbot is freaking out on me. It's not really capturing any city I put in for time or for weather. I wrote Barcelona, it's not capturing Barcelona, so it kind of sucks. So Nightbot is not working for time or weather. Darren from Vancouver, nice to see you here, man. All right, let me walk a little bit further down and then we're gonna make our way into the Gothic quarter inside here. Love the night vibe in Barcelona, says Daniel. Yeah, and Kenya, nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well, Kenya. Wow. Adam says, how you doing? I'm doing well, Adam. How you doing? So there's a lot of restaurants here. I've heard from many YouTubers, people I trust like Walter's World, they recommend not eating here. You're gonna be charged a lot and the food is not really that good. Which is a bit of a shame. You know, I really like when some of these big touristy thoroughfares do have some places that are actually good food, like the Square of St. Mark's in Venice. You know, those cafes are extremely expensive, but they do have pretty good cakes and coffee. Or Vienna as well with their grand cafes. Or even Times Square has a few great restaurants, Carmine's, Dallas Barbecue, John's. Do you like the superblocks here, says Adam? I do. I really like the superblock system. So here, blocks are huge. They all have interior courtyards. A lot of the blocks within the main city of Barcelona. And recently they've united the blocks together in order to make them more pedestrian friendly. So they blocked off traffic by uniting 4 of the blocks together. I'm gonna need more maps and diagrams to show you this. Stay tuned. I might walk through an area soon, today or tomorrow or the day after, so I can show you more of the Barcelona that was designed in superblocks. All right, now let's venture into the Gothic quarter. Let's do this. So we're pretty much reached the end of Las Ramblas. And now we're gonna make our way to the Gothic quarter and see what's up. Chris says, buenos dias. Buenos dias, Chris. How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight is a football game, says Mika, between Barcelona and Nepal. Ooh, that's cool. No wonder there's a lot of soccer fans I've seen out and about. Chris says, buenas noches. Yeah, buenas noches. It is night. Yeah, Castilian Spanish. The main language here is Catalan. I don't know really Catalan, though I can discern it by reading it. And if someone speaks it slowly, I can understand what they're saying. Because Catalan is like Spanish with a little bit of French. But in Castilian Spanish, it's like good day and good night. You don't really have a good evening. You don't say buenas tardes? Really? I might be wrong. I never got used to saying anything like good evening in Castilian Spanish. Wow, look at this. I love the kind of the Art Nouveau throughout the city. It's just stunning to see. So here we got, look at that. So right now we are in the Gothic quarter. Some beautiful restaurants here. Hey, Najda. He said, hello from Puerto Rico. Did you go to the Palau de la Música? Todavía? No, I haven't gone to the Palau de la Música. Though I heard it's a great place to see concerts. Hey, look what they have. These are like the tiles that Gaudi used in his places. Neboul says, is it French? Catalan has a little bit of French sounds in it, and there's slang terms from French that are used in Catalan. For example, thanks is merci. Merci. Just pronounce it slightly differently, but it's merci. Tanya says, it's Taco Tuesday, have some tacos. That sounds like a good idea. Have some tacos. Let's go this way. Tony, nice to see you here. Welcome. Wow, where are we now? Look at this. Oh, this is a gorgeous square. So this is the second time I'm exploring the Gothic Quarter. I did not get the chance really to see all of it. So you're experiencing it, a lot of these things for the first time with me, if you yourself haven't been to Barcelona. Kenya says, I'm hanging out with you. I'll be showing you around with the ladies. Hey, Kenya, thank you so much for tuning in. Carmen, nice to see you here. Buenos dias. Spanish here. Spain is not Spanish in Spain is not the same Spanish as in Mexico. This is Adam. Yes, there are differences. I wouldn't call Mexican Spanish a dialect, nor any Spanish of Latin America a dialect. Latin America speaks Castilian Spanish, but there are some differences, and some differences are bigger than others. So Mexican does feel the most different for me as a Puerto Rican. But Castilian Spanish here in Spain feels more similar to Puerto Rican Spanish. Hey, Chris says, Vos is the bane of my existence. Are you talking about, yeah, that the you plural is not really used in most of Latin America, but the you plural is used here in Spain. I'm not sure if the Catalans use that. I assume they do in their own way, but here in Spain they have you plural, so it's like the royal we in English. It's an entire different kind of set of ways of saying the word, conjugations for the words. Eugene says, how you doing? I'm doing well, Eugene. How you doing? Enjoying Barcelona and the vibes in Barcelona, as they say here. Barcelona, not Barcelona, Barcelona. Cerveceria Canaria. Ooh, sounds good to have like a nice drink. All right, let's have some red sangria. This place looks nice and chill. I like the vibes. And let's see if we can get some red sangria. Bear with me. Let's see. I may need to get closer, a bit far away.
A mí me cae bien, la verdad. O sea, estoy por acá. Let's see if a waitress comes. Hey, Corina says, go to Pablo Sec area where the locals go for excellent wine and pinchos. Ah, yes, yes. I went there on a food tour and I enjoyed it. So I had it. So I went, there's an area where you can grab pinchos. Pinchos are kind of like the tapas version of the Basque country, which is also in the northern coast of Spain, and they do it slightly different. It all has toothpicks, as like these colored toothpicks, and by the end of the meal they count the toothpicks that you have. All right, I'll let you enjoy the views as I order. Sangria 2, por favor. Y una botella de agua con gas. Con gas.
Thank you.
Hey, Mansoor says I should visit Montserrat. I'm tempted. There's plenty of enough to do in the city, though I'm not really in the mood for museums personally. And I'm tempted to go Montserrat. Let me know, should I go to Montserrat? I have 2 full days left. And Montserrat is like a full day thing. It's a full day trip. So I'm not 100% sure if I should go. But I have just a few things on my list. Like go to the Barceloneta beach, which is the beach here in Barcelona. The main one, the very famous one. And hopefully have some really good paella. I've had 2 paellas so far. One tonight was not really that good. One yesterday, it was okay. So hopefully maybe there's some good paella by the beach. And the Picasso Museum probably is another place I would go. Wendy says, I love your haircut. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. I appreciate that. Matt says, have you gone to the Pablo Picasso Museum? No, not yet. I want to go very, very soon to the Picasso Museum, so stay tuned. Daniel says, I should visit the beach. Yeah, maybe I should. It's not full day. It's not full day if you leave early. You can come back in 5 hours, says Masroor. Masroor, thank you so much for the pro tip. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Is it accessible via public transportation? I gotta check. If it is, then it might be more tempting to go. Is it too cold for La Playa? Susie says La Playa, which is beach in Spanish. No, I won't be going to La Playa. It is too cold. The water won't be as freezing as New York. It'll still be pretty cold. I would just go there to see the beach itself. Maria says the Picasso Museum is a must. Is it? Okay. I've been tempted to go to the Miro Museum, which does sound interesting to me. Adam says, is it 8:34 in Barcelona? It is 8:34 in Barcelona, yes. Michaela says, do both, please. Are you referring to both Montserrat and those other things in Barcelona, or 2 things in Barcelona? And yes, music, beer, romance, says Wendy. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. Look at these views one more time. And then we're gonna walk around a little bit more afterwards. There's like a huge Chinese Korean tour group right down there. The guy has a huge 360 camera as well. Joe says, go to the beach and wear a Speedo. That will increase your views. That's only for my OnlyFans. Muchas gracias. Gracias. So here we have a sangria. I said sangria roja, which is what we would call it in Puerto Rico or most of Latin America. You would say roja, but here in Spain they would say tinto, sangria tinto, tinta. I think it's tinto. So cheers for here. It's pretty good. It's a bit light. It's a bit light. These sangrias here, I gotta go. Let me know where in Spain I can find a truly amazing sangria, because this is a bit light. It's a bit there's sugar in here. I like my sangria with triple sec or some type of liquor. Hard sangria, oh, it's the best sangria. truly. Maybe I gotta go down to Seville. But this is refreshing. Now, what I really love about Spain is the sparkling mineral water. I'm not exaggerating with you, I'm not joking. This is some of the best water in the world. It has a bit more of a saltiness to it. It's very heavy on the minerals, and they're so delicious. There's like 3 or 4 companies, and each of them are just so amazing. I usually have like 2 or 3 of these. I've been drinking more sparkling water than I have been drinking any type of alcohol here in Barcelona so far. So cheers. Ooh. Oh, the water of champions. You drink this water, you can fight any bull. You drink this water, you can fight the Spanish Empire itself. Wow, that's great. Susie says, sugary, I would like the sangria. Yeah, it depends on your taste. Yeah, and these touristy parts, a lot of sangria, I have a vibe that's mostly sugary. I wouldn't be too optimistic to find a classic hard sangria in this more touristy area. Excelente, gracias. Hey, Flatsmack says, just don't fight the Bitcoin bulls. Indeed. Hey, what have you enjoyed the most in Barcelona? Says Karina. Walking around. I've said that for a few different cities, but there's cities that have great museums. There's cities that have great beaches that are mostly about going to the beach, like the Greek islands. There's cities that's all about the churches and the historical landmarks like Rome. But Barcelona, along with the likes of New York or London or Vienna, is truly a walkable city. It's a city where there's so much joy in just randomly walking throughout the city. What's the name of this water? This is the one that you can find in the US. The other brands, not so much, but this one is fairly common in the US. It's Vichy Catalan. And if you go to like a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, I think carries them, you will find this water, Vichy Catalan. And this is a sangria. So real proper sangria should have fruit that's already steeped into the red wine, usually with some type of liquor, like triple sec is really the main one, and then maybe topped off with some soda to serve. In my opinion, that is real sangria. Here they just put a few orange slices. Wendy says, will you show us your Airbnb tonight? No, I'm staying in the room in an apartment, a private residence. And it's an Airbnb. And the reason I'm doing that is because, unfortunately, lodging here was so expensive. I did not feel like spending that money to stay alone for 6 days, especially in the middle of Barcelona. So no, unfortunately, I'm not staying. I'm not staying in an Airbnb on my own, so I won't be able to film it. But it's a nice, comfy room. The bed is nice. The people are very nice. They're very chill, and they're pretty quiet as well. Adam says the city has great public transit system. Tram and subway, do they have it? Yes, and the subway does connect to the airport, which is nice. Though I took a cab from the airport to where I'm staying, and I spent €35 and it was a fixed fare, so they don't overcharge you. All right, feel free to ask me anything. I'm gonna spend 5 more minutes sipping on this sangria. Ask me anything about travel, about my impressions of Barcelona, about Europe in general, any travel tips. Happy to answer anything. I won't be going to any other spots in Europe after this. I'm going back home, and then who knows what's in store in the near future. Tasha says, what time is it here? About 8:40 something. Are you getting used to the different Spanish spoken here? I don't bother with speaking Catalan yet. Wendy says, don't go. No, Wendy, 5 minutes for finishing this drink. We're gonna keep on walking after this. So 5 more minutes until I finish this drink, and then we'll go walk. So I haven't bothered with Catalan. And most people here don't, like, if you go immediately to Spanish or English, they would just stay there. They won't automatically speak in Catalan. I've not really had anyone speak in Catalan directly to me immediately. So as for the Castilian Spanish, it's very easy. Yeah, it's I haven't seen too many differences. Castilian, Puerto Rican Spanish is fairly close to Castilian Spanish, so I don't feel like that I need to readjust the way I speak like I did in Mexico. I love Mexican Spanish, but there's certain words in Mexican Spanish that are so common in Puerto Rican Spanish or Castilian Spanish, but they're bad words in Mexican Spanish. So you have to really be conscious of what you're saying in Mexico, otherwise you'll deeply offend someone. Daniel says, biggest difference between Barcelona and Madrid? The people. People in Barcelona are way warmer. The culture itself is more warm and friendly than Madrid. The city itself feels friendlier, just the vibrancy of the city, the openness of the restaurants, the easiness of sitting down at most of these bars or cafes. Earlier today I went to a small little kind of bar where they had a lunch, and it was really full, but it was easy to just go in. Madrid, it feels a bit more insular. Things are a bit smaller. Things are mostly indoors. It's a colder city. It's higher elevation. So Madrid has a more colder atmosphere, both the city itself and the people. I think that's the biggest difference. The one thing I have one up so far of Madrid is the food market. The food market in Madrid was way more interesting. They had great tapas, really great quality food. And the other thing is I saw more bars to eat ham and cheese in Madrid than I see here. It might be a cultural difference, but that's why I really enjoyed about Madrid is that you can just casually go to a bar and have a bunch of jamón ibérico, which is an Iberian ham, really good. Some of the best ham in the world. And some wine. And the wine was fairly inexpensive. It was like €3 for a great cup of wine, glass of wine, as opposed to here where it's a bit more expensive. Firestorm says, yeah, Europeans are always friendly. No, it depends. Firestorm, it depends on the location. So, yeah, I mean, as a whole, Europe is a friendly area. Like, but it's hard to generalize because there's so many different cultures here in Europe. But yeah, even within countries, some areas are more friendlier than others. And that's the case with Madrid versus Barcelona. Almo says, you might find Madrid different now. Ooh, let me know why. Has something changed? In your opinion, what are the best, easiest payment methods? Says Rafael. Rafael, buena pregunta. ¿Cuál es la manera más fácil a pagar aquí? La manera más fácil de pagar aquí es con una tarjeta sin contacto. Una tarjeta que tú puedes, no sé cómo se dice en español, pero sin contacto. Y esa es la mejor manera de pagar, la manera más fácil. Y usa una tarjeta que tú puedes a cobrar en euros o el dinero local y que no te cobra mucho. So the best, easiest method of payment, almost all of Europe, is contactless cards. And I would recommend using a bank where they don't charge you the foreign transaction fee or they reimburse you. And then B, you can pay in euros and they charge you a fair rate. So do check your local bank. In the US, I recommend Charles Schwab personally. And I found Visa to be, in general, a good credit card. So Charles Schwab is the best one because they don't charge you ATM fees. The foreign transaction fees are pretty low. And they have a very fair rate for conversion between USD to Euro and vice versa. Joka says, what was your view of Berlin? Within Germany, Berliners are known for being rude and not friendly. I was in Berlin only 2 days, so I really didn't get to experience Berlin culture. Actually, I was only there for 1 full day. From what I experienced, Berliners weren't warm, but I didn't find them rude. Just not warm. Yeah. But that was only 1 day. So I would say I enjoyed Berlin. I didn't think either way or the other actually in Berlin. Maria says, great travel advice. Thank you so much, Maria. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. All right. Firestorm says, I love when Ariel speaks Spanish. Ooh, thank you. Appreciate that. Joe says, friendly reminder, smash that like button. Oh yes, indeed. Go for it. Budapest has gorgeous architecture. It does. Yes, it does. All right, cheers. All right, let me show you the views as I...
Lo tuyo es una bichi y una sangría. Sí. 7,80, hombre. ¿Quieres copia?
Sí, por favor. Euros, sí.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Adiós.
Buenas noches. All right. Let me see the place I went to, Cerveceria Canarias, which means beer tap room of the Canary Islands. That's basically what it translates to. Beautiful little place. I spent €7.80. So not bad. $7.80 for being in the middle of Barcelona. It's not bad at all. Especially in this very touristy area. You'd be charged like 3 times more in New York, that's for sure. Or more, actually. New York, a sangria would cost $20 alone. Excuse me. I still haven't recovered from my Hungarian cold. The Hungarian flu that I caught. Yeah, New York, the sangria would be $20. The sparkling water would have been $7. I would have spent $27 nearly, and then I had to pay tip. I would have spent $32 for this in New York. So even in the touristy parts of
Barcelona, I'm still spending a fraction that I would in New York. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going back to New York. I love the city, but oh my God, the prices are getting obscene. But nonetheless, let's enjoy Barcelona while we're here. Susie says, I save money by not drinking in New York. Yeah, I don't drink in New York anymore. Unless if I'm going on a date, but I don't drink in New York because it's way too expensive. Like, I'm out with friends, I'm drinking sparkling water. I don't want to spend that much money for a cocktail. And it says, New York very expensive. Yes, it is. Hey, wow, Mao's is here. Mao's used to be a falafel chain that used to be all around New York for like 4 or 5 years. And then it disappeared. But it seems like Mao's is here in Barcelona. Ooh, burritos. Who wants a burrito? Our pub's cheaper than a restaurant. Yes, I think I spent $4.80 for that sangria, which is a very good price. I think. I think in the bar you can spend maybe $3.90 or something like that. You won't be spending. You'll be saving a little bit money by going to a bar or a pub. They really don't have pubs here, but they call them bars. And they're all around the city. If I see one, I'll point it out. But look at this. Beautiful restaurant. Wendy says, get a tonic for your cough. Ooh, what do you mean by tonic? What do you recommend, Wendy? Someone asked me, am I hungry for food? You know, not really. Not really, unfortunately. The paella I had at the market was so bad that it kind of turned me off for food tonight. Hopefully, I'll get the appetite tomorrow, hopefully. Susie says, LOL, we're always pushing food on you. Yeah. You know, I was actually just thinking about that. I haven't really shown a lot of food on live streams in a while. And I think the main reason is some countries excite me way more for food than others. And while I really like Spanish food, I'm not deeply excited to show you like a bunch of Spanish food. Just because it's very similar to each other. I don't know, for some reason it doesn't excite me too much. Though it's good. It's weird because for me, like, I go England, I go wild. I want to show you all the meat pies, all the sausage rolls, all the fish and chips. But here in Spain, I'm like, yeah, paella's a paella. Croquetas, oh, they're nice. Let me know if you want to see any particular food. I'll do my best to show it. Oh.
Like touristy shop.
Mika says, tapas. Tapas are great, and there's some great tapas.
far as from British food, I love. Yeah, me too. I love British food. Like I just get so I get so giddy with British food. Temperature there, it's about like 59 degrees, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Chris says, any Spanish desserts? You know, the thing I would like the most is flan, but I don't know too much of Catalan desserts. So if anyone has recommendations, apparently chocolate is known here in Barcelona. Oh, here's a little tiny little interior courtyard. Susie says, just telling, I had haggis for dinner. Susie, did you have haggis? I recall you not eating haggis every time we hang out. But I'm jealous. And speaking of which, Susie, look what flag we see in the distance. For some reason, oh, it's too dark. But you gotta trust me. Right there. What appears to be a Scottish flag for some reason is here in this random square. Hey, Kat says, maybe it's because you've been around Spanish food your entire life. You're just used to it. I think, yeah, that definitely is a factor for me when it comes to how kind of not so excited I get about Spanish food. Lorraine says, be careful with your phone. Yeah, Lorraine. I am indeed careful with my wallet and my belongings. As for the phone, you know, it'll take someone pretty gutsy to snatch it from me right now as I'm holding it. But, you know, of course, always you gotta be street smart. Matt says, Barcelona has very interesting and haunted history. It does indeed, yes. Yes. I heard there's a few neighborhoods like the Gothic quarter here and the neighborhood of El Raval has some haunted history that I would love to investigate more. Francis dice, paella en Barcelona? No. Tiene que tener paella en Valencia y Alicante. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Qué bien, Francis. Sí, yo creo que tú estás correcta. Yo creo que la paella puede ser mejor en esta otra área de España. So I think the paella might be better in Valencia. So I can't wait to go at some point to other parts of Spain. So here we have some governmental buildings. Let me know if anyone's recognized them. I've not had the opportunity to research the Gothic quarter too deeply. There was a massive protest here just like 2 days ago. Ron, nice to see you here. Kay says, one of them is the town hall. Oh, thank you so much, Kay. Huge protest here like 2 days ago. Some people screaming, live Spain. Other people spitting in their faces. It was quite a drama show over here. I want to see where Money Heist is filmed. What city in Spain is Money Heist filmed? Let me know. La Casa de Papel, which is the name in Spanish. Susie says, just saying, as I don't usually have haggis, but it was quite tasty. Susie, I told you haggis is one of the best things ever made. Hey, Wendy says, I want a burrito, please.
Well, we can find a burrito here in Barcelona. And there might be a few good ones. I think Barcelona, other foods take a little bit more priority than a burrito. Hey, Gary says Manuel, the waiter from the sitcom Faulty Towers, probably one of the more famous sitcoms in British history. That character comes from Barcelona. Interesting, huh? That's cool to know. Let's check out this area. Let's go down here. Chris says Money Heist is based in Madrid. Oh, thank you for letting me know. This is a nice little town square. I love it. Mr. Bob says Barcelona has a nice free pour policy. What does that mean, Mr. Bob? Do let me know. Joe says you can ask for a burrito, but they'll probably give you a small donkey. I think people here do know what burritos are. There's plenty of Mexicans and Americans here, so I think burritos are known. And I've seen plenty of burrito shops, but yes, I can imagine if you go to the deep interior of Spain and you ask for a burrito, they'll look at you like you're a madman asking for a little donkey, which is the literal translation of burrito. Ooh, gelateria. Michele says, it amazes me how you find your way Username says that gelateria was the best. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Michele says, it amazes me how you find your way back after walking long distances. Any tips for someone who gets lost easily? Michele, that is an excellent question. I think it's like telling someone how to play the violin. I think I just have a natural, like born knack for navigation, and this kind of intuitive sense for how to navigate within a city or any space. I kind of just know by intuition where I'm going. So I really didn't learn it. And I think I knew this since I was a little kid. My parents gave me administered a IQ test, and I got an IQ test also officially when I entered school. And in the IQ test, I scored pretty high in spatial awareness, which is the intelligence for navigating spaces, you know, for understanding how far something is in three-dimensional space. And I scored pretty high on that. I think that's the thing I scored the highest. And then ever since I was little, I would play video games and kind of already know my ways around the maps. I would just intuitively know, like a first-person shooter, like Halo. I would memorize the maps. I would already know where everything was on the map, or any other game. I would already know generally where to go. And then ever since I started exploring cities a lot in my early 20s, I kind of just knew where to go. And as I've done it more on live video, even more. So practice does make perfect. I would say follow your intuition. I think it is a natural ability. I think maybe you might not be able, if you already get lost easily, you might not be able to be as good as a navigator as I am. Because I think it's just a natural talent that I possess and some people possess. Like someone possesses the talent to be a musician or to paint, just naturally. But I think the ways one could improve it is intuition is very important. You gotta learn how to follow your intuition. And intuition does not always make logical sense.
So if you start thinking that that's not the way, but you feel that is the way, try going there and then hone in on your intuition. And the more you do it often, the more you'll start really getting a sense of where to go and how to get there. And then the second thing is just practice makes perfect. Just keep exploring different cities. Especially in Europe, a lot of cities follow very similar kind of urban design. So you'll start to get a sense of where things are generally located. You get a sense of where the financial area is, where the historic area is. Usually the historic areas are the touristy areas, like here in the Gothic quarter. You'll get a sense of where the nightlife areas are. You start really acquiring a sense of the different areas of cities and how they're located within the city. Even just you'll start getting intuition if you do it a lot. You'll walk into an area and be like, yeah, this is the financial area. That's my best pro tip, though I'm probably not the best person to ask. All right, let's go forward. Ron says, use Google Maps. Yeah, just use Google Maps. Make your life easier. Susie says, you'll suddenly find out you're walking the wrong way. I mean, I've gotten lost before. I think part of the reason why I'm good at navigating is because I'm willing to get lost. Some people are just so afraid to get lost that they don't experience the mistakes of getting lost in the city, and hence don't really learn how to better explore a city. And look at this, wow. What is this? It's wow. Wendy says, help, I'm lost. Please find me. I think that's a little bit of a long walk away. Username says, this is Placa del Rey, the Palace of Kings. Ooh. Palace of Kings. Thank you so much for username. I appreciate that. The Palace of Kings. Wow. Michaela says, that's me. I start to panic when I can't find my way around. If you peep the windows below, you'll see Roman ruins. Ah, interesting. I don't see any windows. Right here. Matt says the palace was the residence of Catalan counts from the 13th to the early 15th centuries. The history of the building can be traced back to Barcelona of the 11th century, although its current appearance is a result of alterations. Wow. Amazing. This is the one thing that Barcelona, I think, has one up over Rome, is that it's a really pleasure to walk around at night in the city at large. Rome, you know, has that beautiful historic center, which is amazing at night, but the city of Rome is very sprawling, so at some point you really feel like you have to walk long distances to even see anything. But here, I like how things are much more kind of tight-knit, so you bump into way more things as you're walking around Barcelona. Wow, beautiful. Oh, wow. Hey, thank you, username. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the old Roman ruins. Barcelona. according to most historians, started during ancient Roman times, during the reign of Emperor Augustus. I think there was a general called Braccinia, or something like that. And these are the Roman ruins. Oh. That's cool. Wow. Well, I gotta go there. That's awesome. Whoa. You know that sangria might have tasted light, but it's actually pretty strong. So it says it's a Roman wash house and dye house from the 2nd century AC. And there was a salting and garum factory, 3rd century AC. And I think they got it wrong. It's AD. You guys gotta respell it. Winemaking facilities, 3rd to 4th centuries. An Episcopal group, 4th to 7th centuries. Wow. That's interesting. Oh, I gotta come back here. That's awesome. Wow. Wendy says, you're tired. Can we go back to your place? Wendy, that's the oldest excuse in the book. Oh, Kathy says AC is referring to after Christ. Oh, I thought it was the modernization of, as we do in America, we've de-Christianized AC and BC. Ron says, oh, like Santorini. Santorini, I did end the live stream by going to my Airbnb, yes. Where should I go now? Let's go around this way. Ooh. Casa fundada en el 1761. Wow, this house was founded in 1761. Susie says, I've counted 5 Palau buildings. Yep, your last name is very common here. Wow, it's a wax store. That's awesome. Oh my God. Username says it's one of the oldest stores in Barcelona. This is amazing. Oh my God, look, a beautiful Easter egg candle. Oh my God, I want one of these candles. Look, it's so cool. Yes, please. Wendy says, I need a hot chocolate and a pillow. Oh yeah, me too. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Hey, username says, please consider buying something because most people don't buy from these shops anymore. Yeah. You know, it's hard to transport candle, unfortunately. I would buy in a heartbeat if I knew a way to better travel with candle. I'm not sure if it'll be too risky in the bag. Firestorm says, please buy me something. Anything. Okay, Firestorm. We'll buy you a huge bottle of vermut. Ah, this is what I have to have tonight. Let me find some vermut here in Barcelona ASAP. Vermouth. which is the drink of Barcelona. What's happening here? It appears to be a satanic ritual right over here. So you have to be aware of the satanic rituals that take place here in Barcelona, where people are dancing by themselves on rollerblades. Watch out. They will try to trap you and ensnare you into their joyous dancing. Kim says it's a silent joining. Yeah, it is a silent disco. I'm so shocked there's only 4 people here. I'm not sure if they're just starting. So in all seriousness, yeah, what they're doing is a silent disco. I've seen these events in New York quite often, especially in the summertime. And there's a girl giving out headphones. But I think they're just starting. Hey, Reggie, nice to see you here. Susie says, vermut and smoking a cigar. Yeah, you know, I have not noticed the Barcelonans smoking too much, actually. They're not like the French. Adam says, are you skipping desserts? I don't know, I haven't found anything. You know, Barcelona is a place where you have to go into places to really have some food. I haven't seen too much like good, interesting street food, things to just grab and try. It's a city where you have to kind of more sit down and have something, and especially later in the night. Hey, Raphael says they're very cool. At least they don't bother people late at night. Yeah. Oh, I think we're coming across the cathedral. Let's try to find the cathedral.
Well, it's 12 minutes away.
buenas. Aquí puedo ordenar también tapas. Sí. Una patatas bravas, por favor. Y a ver qué más tienes. Un orden de croquetas de jamón ibérico.
Okay.
Y ¿cuál? ¿Qué como sardinas o algo así?
Sardinas no tenemos,
Sí.
pero anchoas.
Anchoas,
¿Sí?
una anchoas.
Okay.
Y también, ¿cuál es el vermut de aquí de Barcelona? El vermut de Dulce. Y una agua natural.
Vale, okay. Bravas, una croquetas, anchoas, vermut y agua, ¿no?
Sí,
Okay,
gracias.
gracias.
Okay, everyone, so we're at a random little bar here in a beautiful little square. And there was a huge cannon shot. I'm not sure what that was. Maybe it was associated with the soccer game, the football game that's happening right now. But I ordered 3 tapas. They're pretty typical. Patatas bravas, which is, you'll find out. Croquetas and anchoas. You'll find all these out. I'll translate them for you. And I got the classic drink of Barcelona, which is a classic vermut. That's it. All right. Gotta clean my lens. There we go. So people wanted to see food. Let's show some food, shall we? It looks like a nice area to show some food. Matt says today it's the game against Naples. Ah, interesting. That might be the reason. Panji says, you've been live streaming for almost an hour and a half. I have, indeed. So it either was the football match where there's a huge cannon shot. Ooh, my lens is dirty. So it was either the football match where there was a cannon shot, or the Spaniards were invading. One of those two. Hey, Marina says, ooh, we're eating. Yes, indeed we are. Is that classical music? Yeah, someone's playing some classical music somewhere. Right there. Let me zoom in. Adam says, are we near the stadium? No, I think we're pretty far away from the stadium. Well, walking distance at least. I think it might be a 20-minute drive away. And username is saying, hey, check out the cathedral. I will show the cathedral after this food stop. And cuidado con algunos lugares de la noche, dice Francis. Says, be careful some places at night. Sí, eso es verdad. Yo creo que Barcelona ahora está más tranquilo que estaba hace varios años. Pero yo me siento bastante seguro aquí en Barcelona. Y sí, estoy teniendo cuidado, porque realizo que a veces las personas que quieren robar, tú no te vas a fijar cuando te roban. Pero por suerte no he visto nada, no me he sentido intranquilo, me he sentido bastante tranquilo aquí en Barcelona. So Barcelona, of course you have to be aware because a lot of people over and over talk about petty theft. But I generally have felt safe in Barcelona. I think it might be changing for the better. So I think I haven't felt in danger. I haven't encountered anything. I haven't encountered anyone putting their hand on my wallet or pouring mustard on me, which is a trick that apparently some pickpockets do. They pour mustard on you, they insist on cleaning you and then their friend goes in and pickpockets you. I haven't encountered those things. I haven't seen them yet. Gracias. ¿Puede un poco de hielo, por favor, para el agua? Sí. Sí, gracias. All right, everyone. So here we have the first two tapas over here, and we have vermut. So vermut is, well, here they say vermut as opposed to vermouth, and this is one of the ingredients of a Negroni. It's like a hardened, I think it's a hardened wine, if I'm correct. It's a hardened wine. It's on the sweeter end, and here they drink it straight. Usually, sometimes I've seen them mix a few things, but usually it's pretty straight with some ice. And here we have some patatas bravas, which are angry potatoes. That's the literal translation. And these angry potatoes are basically just fried potatoes, and they have this garlic aioli sauce on top, which is unique to Barcelona. Apparently aioli was invented here in Barcelona, then made its way over to the US. And then here we have one croqueta of jamón ibérico. I love croquetas, though you gotta watch out, check the prices, because sometimes you might think, oh, I'm gonna order like 10 of them, and then they'll charge you like $2.50 each. There's $2.50 for one. Some places they'll charge you a lot less. But first, let's try the vermut. Right over here, vermut de luz, which is like the main, the popular vermut that people drink here, especially if you are going to one of these more kind of touristy restaurants. The cool thing about vermut is that each restaurant has its own, like the smaller, more mom and pop restaurants have their own vermuts, their own recipes, and they kind of battle each other out for the best recipe. So, salud. As they say here in Barcelona, chin chin. Gracias. Gracias. So, chin chin. It's nice, it's light. This, in my opinion, is the best drink you can get in Barcelona. It's sweet, but it's like a very, 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 very sweet wine. It almost tastes like sangria on its own. And I love it. It looks like Coca-Cola also, but it's really good. And Panji says this is an expensive croquette. It is. Wow. Croquettes are the best thing ever. In Madrid, one of the highlights of my trip was finding this shop where it was all croquettes, all day, every day. And they sold like 7 croquettes for like €2. It was cheaper than this, and you get like 7 of them. And you can buy like a set of like 15 and mix them all together, different flavors, like codfish, Iberian ham, all ham and cheese, all different types. And I was just in love. And so these croquettes are like fried with this kind of flour and cream mixture, bechamel I think it is, and then bits of Iberian ham in here. Wow. Oh, I could have 10 of these. Oh my god. Is it moist? Yeah, it's on the softer side. It's not crunchy. It's not like a bitterballen. A bitterballen. If you saw my my Netherlands broadcast, bitterballen is a bit more crunchy. This one's a bit more moist. And here we have the anchovies with pan de tomate. Pan de tomate is a staple also in Barcelona, probably other parts of Spain as well. It's bread with tomatoes. I think they usually put some garlic. They rub some garlic on there. So garlic rubbed bread. Then they smash a tomato on it. And then here we have some anchovies on top. Now, anchovies in Spain in general are on another level. You think you had anchovies in the US, and you probably hated anchovies in the US. Anchovies in Spain is a whole different ball game. It's like saying having pizza in a tiny little fast food place in the middle of America compared to New York City pizza. That's the difference. So let's try them out. Let's have some anchovies. Now I'm gonna bite into these patatas bravas. The anchovies have such a strong kick to them. And the bread with the tomato just makes it all the much better. It also has kind of this deep funk that I really love. These anchovies are funkier than James Brown. Great anchovies. Ooh. I'm gonna have them. I gotta have one of them on my own, on its own. Here it is. Wow. Oh my. That's a punch of anchovies. That is really good. That is amazing. That is a great anchovy. Mm. Mm. Oleg says I had it Dutch style. I did have it Dutch style. Yeah, the Dutch kind of eat their fish that way. Marie says, oh my god, you're making me hungry. Oh yeah, I'm glad. Wow. These potatoes are very angry. These potatoes have anger management issues. They need therapy because they're extremely spicy. Usually, patatas bravas, angry potatoes, are just a tad, have a tad of a kick. But these potatoes are just really, wow, they really up the spice here, which I don't mind. So some garlic aioli, the sauce that you see on top, some of it is mayonnaise. I think in this one, it is mayonnaise. Other times they make it cream based, and other times they make it milk based. And sometimes they use not too much dairy in it and really go heavy on the garlic and I think vinegar and oil and egg. But this one strikes me more mayonnaise heavy. I don't know what I did to these potatoes, but they're pissed. They're screaming in my face with their spice. Wow. Hey, George says the anchovies on the coast of Italy are less salty and more meaty than the canned ones in the US. Yeah, I think the same thing applies to here in Spain. Okay, I'm really digging this place. I do recommend it. For the location, it's really good. Let me know if I should try desserts. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Hey, Joe says, Ariel, they don't deserve you, so give them to us on Facebook. Kathy says, maybe next time mix it up with a dollop of sauce on top. What are you referring to, Kathy? Luckily, all of you are watching on the live stream where you can't smell me right now, but unfortunately, if you wear my presence, even though I'm generally a very nice smelling man, that's usually the case. Today, no. No, not the case today. I smell like anchovies and garlic and very sugary sangria. And don't talk while you still have little bits of anchovies in your mouth. Hey, Wendy says, one reason not to like anchovies. Is there a good place for dessert elsewhere? Here in Barcelona. All right, I'll have this last one. Okay, let me know if you see me, hear me. Once again, I think one of my SIM cards ran out of data, and it was shutting down. But let me know if you see me again. My mouth is burning with all the angry potatoes. I gotta get on walking after this. With all this food. Oof. Oh yeah. Oleg says, see you well. Oh, I'm glad. Okay. Yeah. That was intense food. All right. I'm gonna have a nice creamy dessert to finish this off. Marie says, wait, that's not cerveza. Nope, I'm having vermut. Vermut. Like a hardened wine. Tanya says, you're back. I am indeed. All right, let me know if I should have some typical Catalan dessert that's cream based. I'll be very curious. Marina says, I see you and hear you well. Oh, I'm so glad. Inspire Life says, you're good. Oh, I'm glad. All right. I'm trying to hail the attention of the waitress. Username says I should try crema catalana. You know, I tried crema catalana before, and it's basically creme brulee. Maybe the one that they gave me, because I tried some very popular touristy restaurant near Sagrada Familia. Maybe they gave me something that was basically creme brulee, and they just called it crema catalana. But let me know, is crema catalana basically creme brulee, or is it something slightly different? I'll order it here just in case. Let's do it. Crema catalana, una y un espresso también. Maurice asks, do I speak Catalan? No, I don't know Catalan. I only know bon dia and gracias. Gracias, I think, rather than gracias. Messi is like the Catalan slang for thanks. So this is the only thing I know. But I ordered a crema catalana and a shot of espresso. And then we're gonna walk around a little bit more through the Gothic quarter and check out views of the cathedral from the outside, the Cathedral of Barcelona, which is gorgeous. I'm seeing it here in the distance. And I'm excited to explore a little bit more. Let me know if you want me to show you a little bit more of the city. Francis, thank you so much for watching. What did I eat? I ate angry potatoes, patatas bravas, a bread with anchovies, and a croquette. Let's wait. Kathy says, yes, please. I'm glad. Wish we had shops in Barcelona where we had to put both signs. When we had shops in Barcelona, we had to put both signs in Spanish and Catalan. Yes, yes. Almost all the signage here has both languages. This violinist is playing great music. And Oleg says, of course, we want to see as much as possible. And Jan says, it's slightly richer than creme brulee. All right, let me show you the beef. Oleg says, it's my wife and I hunging over there, dreaming. Hey, Oleg, it's a good dream to have. It's a good dream to have. Keep on dreaming that dream. It will come true. Wendy says, shall we dance? It's great music, great for waltzing. And Tanya says, yes, show more of the city. And Wendy says, I'll be here all night. Susie says, please, no more. All right, everyone, feel free to ask me any questions about anything, about travel, about Barcelona, about Europe. Feel free to ask me anything. That food was quite heavy. I would not recommend eating this in this order. Because it might hit pretty heavy, and this is hitting pretty heavy. I'm gonna need like a dessert of Tums. That's what I'm gonna need. George says it's a fine soundtrack to your video. It truly is a fine soundtrack to my video. Wow, this guy's playing great music. Oleg says, when dreaming, don't limit yourself. Indeed. We'll check it out there. All right, everyone, look at this. Oh my. This is different from a creme brulee. Is this more of a traditional crema catalana? Let me know. Crema catalana translates into Catalan cream. And apparently this is like the main dessert to have in Barcelona. And let's see if there's crackle. Oh my God. Listen to that. Oh yeah. There we go. That was a good crackle. I like that crackle. And there's like a little cracker in here. It looks like a communion wafer cut up into a triangular piece. May the power of God be with me. Let's try this out. And the place I'm at is Taverna de Bisbe. Taverna de Bisbe. And we have an espresso. Espresso looks good. Nice espresso. Susie said have a tea. I should have had a tea, but I want to try the espresso. Let's see how it is. So people were asking a few questions. I enjoyed all of them, says Kenny. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Are you happy with your decision to go to Paris after having a bad experience in Madrid? Yes, I'm happy to be in Barcelona. I was hesitant about Barcelona due to the petty theft. You know, I don't like feeling nervous about my belongings. But luckily, I think it's not as bad as described by other travel experts. Maybe I'm just lucky, maybe it's the off season. So I'm glad in that regard. And then beyond that, I think Barcelona is worth it for sure. Let's try this out. Crema catalana. Wow. That's great. That is really good. It feels nice and it's not warm. I wish it would had a little bit of heat with the top. I'm not sure if it's ever served that way, but like a really well-made French creme brulee, the top is still hot because they just torched it. But the cream itself is so good. It's it is slightly different from French creme brulee. It reminds me more of Puerto Rican maicena or Mexican achote than it does French creme brulee. Here they might call it nata. It's really good. Oh, I'm in love. Wow. Good crackle, though. Oh. That's great. Oh, wow. All right. That was good. Oleg says he cried. No, not quite, but might as well. That is really good. Cheers. Wow. Ooh, great espresso. Really good espresso. Wow. Nice, punchy. More similar with Italian style. I really like this. First Serve says you should only watch it if you're 21 or over. I mean, that's why I'm starting at OnlyFans. So for a membership fee, you can see me eating for an hour copious amounts of flans and crema catalanas and creme brulees and a whole host of desserts. So join my OnlyFans, which will be launching very soon. Not to mistake it with OnlyFans, OnlyFlans. That's what I'm doing. Get your mind out of the gutter. So onlyflans.com/urbanist. Christine says $54 a month. 54 months for me, says Christine. Hey Christine, thank you so much for tuning in for such a long time. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Christine. I appreciate that. Wendy and a few other people are laughing. Susie says he's having a movement. I am. Susie's signing up for my OnlyFlans. Let me know who wants to join for OnlyFlans. They'll be launching soon. Exclusive videos where I eat earthly delights. Okay, so now for a communion. May the power of the Lord compel me. Flaky. You know what I should have had instead of an espresso? And now I know for next time. It's a bit too late. I can't have more coffee. But next time, I'm going to get myself a carajillo, which sounds like a very bad word in Puerto Rican Spanish, because carajo is something you shouldn't say too often in Puerto Rican Spanish. But carajillo in Spain is espresso or double espresso with a shot of, I think it's a shot of rum, but it might be a shot of something else. Let me know. But it has a shot of liquor. Susie says, what did you call me? Yeah, a carajillo. Hey Isabel, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate that. Kenya says, man, you're making me laugh. Oleg says, I'm too married for this stuff. I'm glad everyone's enjoyed it. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, I'm gonna pay the bill and continue walking around. I gotta burn all this food away. So I'm gonna walk around for like 30 more miles. Maybe go up to the mountains to enjoy the sunrise in order to burn all this anchovies and garlic off. Daniel says, I need to try more flavors and variants of coffee. Yeah, you know, I'm not too... if you're a fan of milk, I would recommend trying a bunch of different styles of coffee, for sure. I'm not the biggest fan of milk. I don't like milk at all. So I'm usually... in coffee, I'm usually limited to the type of how it's brewed. So it's espresso, filter over, cold brew. There's different types of cold brew. There's like Kyoto cold brew, siphon coffee. Sometimes you'll find that in Japan. I'll probably try law siphon coffee. It'll depend on the brewing method. And I do recommend, regardless of how you have your coffee, try different ways of coffee, and it's really fun. But here, like in Ireland, it's typical to have some coffee with a little bit of liquor, and that's here it's called a carajillo. Go get some sleep. Avoid all stimulants and alcohol, says Panji. Panji, that's way too late. Way too late. A lot of alcohol and stimulants were had. Well, coffee, that is. All right, I'm gonna grab the check. Con permiso. La cuenta, por favor.
Oh, excelente.
Gracias.
Y euros. Y he decidido.
Gracias.
Buenas
Buenas
noches.
noches. Que vaya bien.
So the total was $29.60. Spain one really does not give tip. I've only been asked for it once. Here are the prices. Patatas bravas were $4.50. The one croquette was $2.50. The anchovies were about $9. The vermut, look how cheap the vermut was, $2.50 for a good drink. The water $1.75. The cream catalana $7.50, and the coffee about €2. So pretty good price. Pretty good price. I got way more food here than I did in the market, because in the market I was charged this for gambas and some sangria. So really good prices here in Barcelona, at least compared to amazing to New York City or to London, where it's way more expensive. And this is Taverna del Bisbe. Taverna del Bisbe. And Panji asks, is this euro? Yes, it is. It's euro in Spain. It's part of the Eurozone. Euros is almost on par with the dollar, almost. Euros, I think, is slightly more. But it's close. It's close. It's like $1.10 for €1. Susie says it's a good deal. Yes. And Marie says, notice Ariel is also a hand model. All right, let's continue walking around. Alright, so here was the place, Taverna del Bisbe. I do recommend it, right by the Cathedral of Barcelona, which we're going to approach right soon. Where the violinist is still belting out some beautiful numbers right over here. This guy's doing such a great job, truly. I am really full. Now I'm all set to go for a nice sleep. A bit early for Barcelonans and Spaniards also. They go to sleep way early, way later.
Oh, he's doing a great job. Thank you so much, Tracy, for the stars. Wow, the guy was an amazing player. Someone said that he must be in the conservatory, yeah. Susie says, I just received your Mega Urbanist postcard from all the way from Warsaw. Beautiful. Hey, I'm so glad you received that postcard. Yeah. I was able to send some postcards. Not all of them. Time was tight, but if you did receive it, awesome. For people who didn't, you'll be getting some cool extra surprises as well. What is that? This guy's playing, but what music is on the corner over here? Wow. I love this song. What song is this? Marie says, please don't send the postcards tonight, specifically because of the garlic. I'll rub some garlic on the postcard so it comes extra smelly, Maurice. Is there someone singing in the background? Yes, there's someone singing around. Username says, this is Schindler's List. This is Schindler's List, right? Yeah. Wow. Funnily enough, I just came from Krakow, where I visited the factory of Oskar Schindler. I still have yet to make that short video, but it was a very stunning place. Audioslave says, seems like you're in the movie. It's because I am. My life is the Truman Show, Audioslave. Well, let's check out the, oh my God, I don't know what to choose. I hear opera, I hear Schindler's List, I see a beautiful cathedral. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? I don't know where to go. I want to be in 3 places at the same time. All right, this guy's gonna continue playing. I'm gonna check out whoever's singing.
La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, mucca l'accento e di pensiero.
Era mobile, era entrata al tutto, il pianto e dietro.
La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, mucca l'accento. o algodón que es más grande.
Bravo, bravo.
Thank you very much.
Precioso. ¿Toca hacer cosas profesionales también?
No, soy amador.
Amador, de verdad. Wow. Excelente.
De vez en cuando sale bien, sale mal.
Oh, sí, claro, claro.
Profesionales son de otra.
Ah, sí, sí.
Son
Pero
de teatro.
porque tiene mucha capacidad de siendo lo bajo y lo bien alto también.
Ah.
Sí.
Hay que entrenar, vocalizar. El problema es que no vocalizo.
¿Cuánto tiempo ha hecho esto cantando?
¿Así?
¿Cuántos años?
Aquí, a ver, en general,
Sí.
empecé a los 16 años.
16
Entonces, 23 años, así, practicando, ¿no?
Sí, 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 claro.
Cuando no tenía voz absolutamente. Y aquí, casi 13 años.
13 años, oh, bastante tiempo. Oh, wow, qué
Sí,
bien.
sí, sí.
Ah, pues ojalá sigue encantando todo el mundo aquí en España. Tenga un buen día.
Gracias.
All right, so we're going to one last stop recommended by username. He says go left and right. But the guy was telling me that he's an amateur, does not perform professionally. He started singing at 16, but really started developing his opera voice at 23. And he has been singing here in the streets of Barcelona for about 13 years. And yeah, doesn't do it professionally. He says that the professionals are at a different level. I think that guy's on that level. I'm not an opera expert. I got a good ear. I think that guy's on the upper level. Wow, that was amazing. I highly recommend coming on this little block. He says he's been performing 13 years. So he's doing something right. Hey, Panajotas, thank you so much for tuning in. Panajotas says, hello. Maria says, thank you so much for reading this. My pleasure, Maria. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, username says, make a left and then a right. Is it this right? This way and then right. I'm not sure where you're leading me, username. But this truck is in the way. I'm trying to walk this direction. And these guys are backing up. Say after the hotel. Alright, let's wait for these guys. Wow, that was amazing. I'm mesmerized. Dindin says, I guess professionally has to choose one range. Yes. Username says make a right. Alright. I will once these guys pass. Realeza de Chateau. Ooh, look at this. Wow, beautiful hotel. Wow, beautiful hotel bar. Oh my god. Seems like a nice place to chill. Oh wow, hey. Wendy says this is the first opera I've been to. Oh, that's so cool, Wendy. Username says on this plaza, Bombfell 1938. Oh wow, yeah, wow. Hey, username, everyone! Round of hearts to username. Username, I would consider putting an actual name as your username. I appreciate you watching and leading us the way. A round of hearts for username. Yeah, you know, Barcelona is a gorgeous city, but it is not without its tragedy. And Barcelona was heavy hit by the Spanish Civil War. And here we see a bomb that fell in 1938. Well, I'm assuming it's the Spanish Civil War. Username can let us know. He's commenting on YouTube. And, oh, you still see the shrapnel hit. Wow. It's good that the church survived. Interesting how churches survive even the worst of times. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast. This was a journey from Las Ramblas. We walked a good portion of it from the market to the Las Ramblas to the Gothic quarter and enjoyed some food and drinks and some amazing shows here in the Gothic quarter. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Barcelona at night. and I am really enjoying the city. And you'll see maybe one other live stream here in Barcelona, so stay tuned in the next 2 days. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Keep being awesome, and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye. Cue the opera. Dun 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 dun. Bye bye, everyone. Adios, mis amigos.